What's up guys, Justin here with the CGEssentials.com, back with another Blender add-on tutorial for you. So in today's video we're going to check out Curve Basher, an add-on for Blender that allows you to quickly add wires, cables, chains, other things like that to your Blender models. So let's go ahead and just jump into it. So I will link to this add-on in the notes below this video. Note that this is an affiliate link. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at this add-on. And basically what it does is it adds a number of different tools for quickly adding curves inside of Blender. You also get this handy dandy sci-fi drone model, which is super cool as well. And so there's a few different functions in here that I want to talk about. So to start off, it's really easy once you get this installed to add curves. You just tap the C key and then click. So if I tap C and then click over here, that's going to allow me to quickly add different curves to my model. And so that's going to make it really easy to add different wires and other things like that. But then what we can do is we can select them. So for example, if I come in here and I select these different curves in here, and so if you tap the J key, you're going to get a menu in here that allows you to adjust these curves. And so first off, if you scroll your mouse up and down, what that's going to do is that's going to give you different kinds of cables. And notice how this is using different kinds of profiles in here. So there's flat cables, there's split cables, there's an I-beam or an H-beam, which is interesting. But there's a lot of different options in here of simple profiles that are inside of your model. And notice how if I move my mouse, the scale on those is going to adjust up and down. So in addition, if you look in here, there's options in here for different types. So you see where it says switch 1, 2, 3? Well, if you type 2 or 3, you're going to get different options in here. So for example, the second option is going to give you an array option. Well, what the array option is going to do is it's going to give you different profiles. And notice how if I scroll my mouse up and down, there's a lot of different options. So I'm going to escape out of this real quick, just so I can zoom in, and then I'll come back. So I'm going to type that J key. Notice how again this is resizing, but you can select all of these different profiles, and these all come with the add-on. So there's some really interesting ones in here, and so you can really customize these using this tool. So if you type 3, that's going to get you in the kitbash section. The kitbash section is going to have different profiles in here as well. And so one thing you might have noticed in here, and we'll go ahead and look at this now, is some of these aren't getting all the way to the end of the curve when you get into the kitbash option. Well, there's an option down below for stretch fit. And so if you type the X key and turn on stretch fit, that's going to make those fit between the endpoints of your curves inside of Blender. And so let's say that we wanted to adjust one of these, right? So let's say we wanted this to go to a different point. Well, with this active, you can hit the tab key. Well, notice how when you hit the tab key with that tool active, you can come in here and you can select different points on your curves like this, and you can adjust them. And notice how these are adjusting your wires dynamically in here, meaning it's really easy to make adjustments in here, which is really cool. Then if you just tap the J key, you can go back just like this. So these are really adjustable. And then there's other things you can change in here as well. So right now these are still getting bigger and smaller when I move my mouse, but if I tap things like the R key or the T key, I can give these a twist, or I can slide them, move them along in here, which may not be perfect for what we're doing right here, but for some of the other options. So if I was to go back to the array function, for example, the slide function is going to let me kind of adjust the way that those look in here. And then if I was to jump back into one of the other tools and then tap the X key, then you could set this so that it's going to stretch fit. So there's also options in here for randomization. So if you hold the Alt key, for example, and move your mouse, you can see how that's going to randomize different things in here. So like, for example, if I hold Alt and click and drag this is going to randomize the scale of the different things I have selected. So that right there is a really cool tool by itself, but then there's a lot of other cool functions that are in here as well. So I think my favorite is the wire generator. What the wire generator does is that's going to come in here, and let's say that we have just a simple object in here, right? Like let's say that we added a cube. I'm going to scale this down a little bit, but let's say we duplicated that cube a few times like this. Well, then what you can do is you can select those cubes, and then if you do a Shift A and add a curve, so this is going to add an option for wire generator. And what the wire generator is going to do is that's going to create wires along the objects that you've created in here. And notice how you have options in here to really kind of adjust what's created. So you can adjust like the offset, you can adjust how many wires are created in here by adjusting all of these options. And so right now this is kind of set so these are going to be in here as random, but if you jump over to array, what that's going to do is that's going to allow you to create these where they're actually aligned. And so if you do that, and you set the face axis to something like X or Z, like this, what that's going to do is that's going to allow you to create these like banks of wires that are in here. And so you can also adjust them so that they're either aligned with the objects that you have in here, or if you use something like vector, what you can do is these are just going to like sharply turn the corner. So I think there's some interesting options in here actually for just modeling simple piping based on what this tool is showing. But you can also, if you leave these as auto, you can adjust the gravity that's in here. So you can use gravity in order to adjust the way that these kind of stretch and hang. So you can do some really cool stuff with this without having to spend a lot of time messing around with settings. Oh, and one thing I didn't note about this is you can actually take these and move them around, and the wires are actually going to adjust with these objects. So if you move these objects, you can use this to adjust where those wires are going to go, which again is just a really fun function. So I think there's a lot of cool things we could do with this. All right, so then the other option is the mesh to curve bash option. And this can be great for adding like hardware on different things. So let's say, for example, that I wanted to add this piece of hardware to these wires. Well, I would want to select this object, and then just do a shift click and select these wires like this, and then right click and click on the button for mesh to curve bash. So you can either add a fixed count of those objects. Notice there's an option in here to adjust the slide, so you can position those on here. So you can set those so that they're at the start or the end, and then position them. Or there's also an option in here for fit to curve. And so fit to curve is basically going to take that object and repeat it. So let's say we had this object right here. We were to do a shift click to select these. Then if you were to right click and click on mesh to curve bash, you could either use the fit to curve function and set this so that it follows along the curve like this, or you could also use the fixed count function in order to use this over a longer length like this. And then you can slide these as well. So it gives you a lot of cool options for adding different pieces of hardware or creating different custom kinds of things in here as well. All right, so I will link to this add-on in the notes down below. If you like this video, please remember to click that like button down below. If you're new around here, remember to click that subscribe button for new Blender content every week. If you like what I'm doing on this channel, please consider supporting me on Patreon. Every little bit helps, so make sure to check out that link in the notes down below. But in any case, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. I really appreciate it, and I will catch you in the next video. Thanks, guys.